Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a few months, but after my little hiatus I decided to come back and get back to work on the Camaro. My brother came down from New York and gave me just the motivation I needed, so enjoy some time lapses of me putting the engine in, and then I'll be back to talk to you again. Hey guys, quick progress update on the Camaro. Just want to show you where I'm at and what I'm going to be trying to do. So, in that last time lapse I showed you, we got the engine in, and it's bolted to the transmission. It's all mated up and everything, but there is still a lot of work to do. Obviously, the intake isn't even bolted down. I got to get the valley pan bolted down. All of the accessories. I have the ICT billet, alternator bracket, AC bracket, and tensioner kit here, and then hopefully I can get all this stuff put on today, and maybe if I'm lucky I'll even get the headers on and see what to do from there. And once I finally get all the accessories and everything on, then I can work on getting the Holly Terminator on there. Alright, let's cut the time lapse for you. All right, I definitely think that's it for today. I did a lot of work. I got all of the ICT billet stuff on that I think I need, and valley cover and the intake is actually bolted down. Progress. So even got the water pump mocked up there. I'm gonna have to get a different one, but just for mock up. And I'm gonna get a different power steering pump because I noticed this is the old style that still has the sensor coming off the back of it. And if you go buy one now, it just has a pipe that comes around like a loop. So that's the style I'm really looking for, because that sensor actually contacts the block when it's all the way tightened. So yeah, long day, a little bit sunburnt, but I got the entire accessory drive mocked up, short of the air compressor, AC compressor, because I don't actually have that ordered yet. Just a Sandin 508. All right. I guess I'll see y'all in the morning. Hey guys, I lied. It's not the next day. Yesterday was Father's Day, and between how busy everything was on Father's Day and just the weather, it was so windy here in Southern California, I just didn't get the camera out. I did do a little bit on the Camaro, so let me give you a quick wrap up this video. I went ahead and got the passenger header on. I put an oil filter on this thing. I had to jack it up and down 4 or 5 times to try and get that header to fit, but the secret was, for me anyway, was just to remove the valve cover. And once I removed the valve cover, I slid it right in from the top without an issue. So there is quite a few things left to do, but a lot farther than where I was. I went ahead and made a quick list. Torqued the transmission bolts, the bell housing bolts specifically. I didn't get them all tight. I was just worried about mating it that day. So the throttle cable and TV cable, I need to fabricate a bracket that's going to work for the TV cable and the throttle cable. So I'm also going to probably buy one of those low car 36 or 48 inch universal cables for that. The fuel pump, I'm going to cut an access panel into the trunk so that I can get access to the fuel pump. The fuel lines, I'm just worried about from over here to right there on the intake. So I'm going to convert to AN fittings. There's adapters for both sides there, and just run like a -6 AN line. Holly Terminator, I know, latest and greatest. That's going to be a task in and of itself, but the Holly Terminator is stopping me from doing a couple of the other things on this list because I need the wiring so that I can throw in the starter, and I don't want to put the header in until the starter's in. The oil level sensor, that's just one of those things that I can't put oil in the thing until that hole's blocked off. Sorry if it's too windy and causes some noise, but yeah, I need to be able to have all those holes down there plugged up before I go filling it up with oil. Power steering pump, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but this has that variable orifice thing, the sensor on the back of it, and so you can see that. Yeah, so that sensor right there actually kind of causes some problems. As you can see, it actually contacts the block with these ICT billet brackets. So the other style, the new style power steering pump doesn't have that problem, and it's only like 90 bucks. Just go get a new one. Power steering lines, I'm gonna try and figure out if I can use some stock 4th gen line, stock 3rd gen line, whatever I gotta use, I'm gonna have to try and figure that out. The water pump is kind of just mocked up right now. I don't have any gaskets behind it, and I am missing 2 bolts, so I either have to rob them from a junkyard or buy a whole new set or something, and then put the gaskets in it. Add oil once I'm ready. Install the radiator. I have a 3-quart all aluminum radiator to go in there that's factory 3rd gen style, and then I'm gonna figure out the coolant hoses for that. There's all sorts of stuff online. I'm not sure whose suggestions are gonna work for me, because some people are saying to use certain Jeep hoses, some people are saying to use F350 Power Stroke hoses. It all depends on your configuration with your radiator and your water pump and everything, and I'm using a factory truck water pump, and I'm going to use the factory 3rd gen style radiator. So if anyone knows, like for certain, which upper and lower radiator hose I need, feel free to shoot me a message or something. Comment down below, let me know what hoses I need. And then the air conditioning. This bracket is set up for one of those Sandin 508 universal compressors. So I'm going to try and go on eBay and get the compressor that comes with the accumulator, the dryer, everything, all the fittings and hoses that you need. and then try and wire that all up to a switch or wire it to the factory switch inside. But I got to get the 508 compressor just so I can even get a serpentine belt on this thing. And then maybe, just maybe, once all this list is figured out, if I haven't added anything to it by then I can try and start it up. So thank you all for being so patient with me. I know it's been 4 months since I had a video out, but I took a little hiatus and I am back and making progress, and thanks for watching.